Yo, people, you telling me back again for another free talk, another week. Same old conversation, blood. You know what I'm saying? What you had telling me? What's that? How many wins is that in the last five? Like one or something? Yo, blood, what you
You
telling
know
me?
you're big. You know you're a massive club when 5 little games. People are using that as a
Yeah.
microcosm and all that. It's calm,
Yeah.
man. They watch us. We don't watch them, man. It's calm, man. It's
It's
calm. When they're
dark,
done
fam.
I'm crying about Arsenal and chatting shit about my team. They got face front, man. But let's have it. Let's have it.
It's dark, man. You know what I'm saying? It's real dark, fam.
It's dark, but we're gonna run towards the lightness, man. There's still a parade in May. Our under 15s won a cup in China. The galley are doing what they're doing, and it was still finessing.
Nah,
Never
this is
had the front
crazy.
line.
Man said the under 15s and that. Is this what man are doing? So
Well,
what?
Rants.
Max couldn't even get a medal. Too old
Rants.
and
I've got nothing else. The saxophones are starting to play. I can feel it in the air. And I'm just, bro, word to Rod Wave in it. My heart's been broke so many times. I don't know what to believe, but we're hearing it. Shit, I tried, lads. I tried, man.
bro, it's just one of them ones. Or what? So what, after all of that, man are just, you're gonna accept it now, or is there still, are you holding on to the belief, blood? Because I spoke to Joe as well, Cheeky Sport Joe. He said, "Nah, man, Rants, I still believe. I'm like, all right.
I believe in things in life that I can control. I believe in myself and I believe in God.
I hear it.
It's nothing else. Word to Arsene Wenger. Well, there's mathematically a chance man have to fight in it, but it's out of your hands. The minimum you can do is win all 5. That looks dark. And you still might not win it. So
That's what I'm saying. You got to win all 5, and you have to win the 5 better than City win their 5.
I know some are doing the algebra thing with the goal difference. Rants, I'm not on that. Like that. Dead. Champions League, though. You get me? The agenda just changed, though. Shit. It feels like I'm in a court of law, and all I'll say is I've been found guilty. A's up to a three's up. Fuck the pagans. 3 DG. It's as simple as that.
Boy, it's crazy. I
got nothing else, man.
See what I'm saying, bro? Like, hey, the way the season has turned around, you know what I mean? I can't even lie. Even though, guys, I'm not believing this Rafa Leao stuff, bro. Like, you man know I don't really rate him anyway, so I don't really want him at my club. But do you know what I mean? If for argument's sake, yeah, that these men are looking at this it's whatever, innit? It's just another name to add to all the names you've been linked with of a certain level. I will take that. Do you know what I mean? It's better than having a mad wakey. Do you know what I'm saying? It's better than that. It's better than having a Garnacho. So if they are looking at that, fair enough. Hopefully not.
Better than having an Ahmad still.
Hey, bro, it might be your boy. When you can have both of them, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Nah, you still got some Ahmad in 2026.
Doesn't matter, bro. Ahmad's still better than your wingers.
Ahmad better than Saka. Rants, I'm not taking in your talent ID, bro. I've told you about all these guys.
He's better than Saka, bro. He's better than Saka. Allow it.
What?
Saka's
what about for Liam Delap, though? What about for Liam Delap, though, Killy?
What about it, bro? Do you know what I'm saying?
Do you rate him?
What about it, bro? What? The video from when he was at Leicester, when he was doing all right?
Do you rate him?
But he's playing shit. So no, I don't rate him at the moment, bro. I never said that. The context don't say that. You know them ones.
I have seen all your clips. I've got nothing else. When that landed on my desk, you knew I was mentioning that.
Brother, the context is there. Everyone here knows. You know them ones there, bro.
I don't know, man. The USA look very happy with that.
He is probably still going to be England's next #1 striker, bro. You know why? Because
banter aside, strikers peak late in it. He's rubbed right now. He could be something in years to come.
All that, yeah. His face fits. You know them ones there. Like, no striker is doing well at Chelsea, blood. You know what I'm saying? They haven't had a striker do well at their club since Diego Costa. So, do you know what I'm saying?
João Pedro's doing what he can.
And he's not really a striker. Do you know what I mean? So it's a Chelsea problem. So the issue is with Delap here. His face fits. He's of the right age, and he plays a certain way in it. So he will be England's Harry Kane after Harry Kane.
Though, that's a clanger,
he will
bro.
be. Harry Kane,
he's nothing like Kane with the general play and none of that.
He don't play like Harry Kane. I never said that. That's not what he said. That's not what I said.
Oh, just because he's a whitey?
Yeah, of course. Do you know what I'm saying?
Disclaimer, big up everybody in it before you try to clip us and do nonsense.
That's exactly what I said. That was the context. Do you know what I'm saying? He's the white boy. Do you know what I'm saying? Man's got the under 21s pedigree. Man comes through. There's all the hurrah. Because when you look at England right now, after Harry Kane, Ollie Watkins ain't going to be it. Ivan Toney ain't going to be it. They're not bringing Danny.
Wells can't get a looking full stop.
Exactly. So there's no one.
And them kind of ones.
So Delap, when I said he's going to be the next Harry Kane, as in he's going to be the next guy to lead the line for England, maybe for the next 6, 7, 8 years. That's what I meant. I never said that I could compare him to Harry Kane. That's crazy.
Yeah, but you know how the internet goes, man.
Do you know what I mean? Harry Kane, yeah, is, in my opinion, the best striker that I've ever seen play for England. Right? So I would never compare anybody to Harry Kane like that, because I rate Harry Kane higher than Shearer and even Rooney as a number 9. So I would never compare Delap to Harry Kane in a football conversation.
Well, as long as it directs traffic to the channel, not that you need it, who cares, man? People gonna say whatever,
But
man.
this is what I'm saying. So who cares, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? All the people that wanted to believe that I was comparing him to Harry Kane, yeah, as a footballer, yeah, they could believe that. You know,
You know how agendas go, man. They don't
but
need
this is it, and then they could take it to the bank, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't getting nothing for that. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really mean anything. Do you know what I'm saying? But this Jeremy Doku quote here, yeah, brother, if this is not exactly what man was saying to you guys before the game, I told you, I said it's more than a football match, bro. Because the thing is, yeah, the one thing that Arsenal team are, yeah, and were, is insecure, bro. Like they needed that confidence boost. It was more than the trophy. It wasn't even a trophy. I believe that they beat City in that final.
Swim, die or die moment, live or die moment, you could do it, but unfortunately,
they win that final.
We don't do that.
And then they start to believe that they can win the league, because they're like, yo, we've beaten City once, we can do it again. When you lose in the manner at which they lost as well, yeah, it was a psychological blow.
Shut the bed, man.
Yeah, the blow was maximized, yeah, because not only did you lose, if you had lost on penalties and it was close and this, that, and the other, but the second half, what they did to you, yeah, was like it was belt to us, yeah, for 45 minutes.
More than belt to us. It's like we got belt to us, and then for some reason we turned our bath on and we got electrics and jumped in the bath with it. Like, bro, like self-capitulated, got slaughtered and self-capitulated, man. And
that's exactly what it was. And it showed the mental frailties, yeah.
Between that and Bournemouth, I don't know which one pisses me off more. I'd say the League Cup final because it's a final, but like...
But even the Bournemouth game, yeah, I didn't watch the game. I saw the extended highlights, and it looked like Bournemouth were actually having the better of the game as well.
Bro, for about the first 10 minutes, it looked like you lot brought your lunch and your dinner and all of that, and then it just went downhill, innit? And you could hear a pin drop, and that's where them kind of games. That's where it's down to the players, innit? That's where it's down to the players and the manager. Stop telling the fans to do this and that. We've done our part. You lot need to do your thing now. The problem is with the game against City, obviously, the latest game, I can't sit here and talk about the performance to a point because football's decided in both ends. Did they score more than us? Yes. Did they keep them out the back of their net? Yes. In terms of what I've seen from my team, that was probably the best performance since the international break in this cluster where we've been fucking up in it. The problem with that is, on the best of days, football is a results-driven game. We are now in the part of the season where it's just about results. It's come too little, too late. Go and prove me wrong. Like, you have to win them 5 games as minimum. Pray to the good Lord that City, something happens there. Shouldn't be in this situation. And this season's inexcusable. Like, it's inexcusable. Like, you can't. Like, this is the first year that we've come into this actually like, yo, we can get this thing done. Then you've got to April where, cool, man can run banter, but you was a game away from Wembley in the FA Cup. You got to the final in the League Cup. You've obviously been running away with the Premier League for some point and effed it up, and you're still in the champs. Maybe you man are nearly men. Like, I say maybe, with a bit of hope for you lot, maybe you man are nearly men. And I'm sorry, it comes down to the gaffer, bro. It comes, the good, the bad, the ugly, it all comes down to the gaffer. If you win the league, all the praise. If you fuck it up, all the criticisms. So you have to hold that. If you lot didn't want to be in this situation, you don't shoot yourselves in the foot like against you, man, like in the 2 games against Liverpool, another year at Stamford Bridge. Bearing in mind, you know, you look at the Bournemouth game where we won and also when we beat Wolves, you should have bared that in mind when you played the reverse fixtures, what happened. And there's several others that I always forget. Forest away. Every fan knows you can't win them all, but this is why you need to take these moments. Like, Arsenal are a competitive team. We don't lose that many games. But it's now about going from being a competitive team to a great one. And you need to be on the right side of these fine margins, which time after time for the last few years and this year, you haven't done that. So when we say all of this stuff and you haven't changed as a football team, the manager hasn't evolved, haven't learned anything new, can I really be surprised that we're heading to what we've always known, that kind of thing? As I keep saying, how much times do you want to watch Boys in the Hood and pray that Ricky gets out of the way? So you hold that. And I'm a bit weird, yeah, because I'm not flat. I'm not excited. Obviously, we can run banter and that. It's a thing where in life, when things in my life get out of my control, then I can only control the controllables. From a footballing point, when it's out of your hands, I can't keep getting vexed anymore. Man should have been reacting way before this. So, hope for a miracle. You man are done, innit? So, shit.
That's what I mean. What are you making of the Declan Rice stuff, bro? Because it's like every time you man drop points or something like that, he's always mouthing something or doing something.
I think the cameras are forcing it, man. I think they're trying to find Donny. Like, yes, I find it cringy.
Yeah, but don't you think he knows that the cameras are there, though?
I don't even think he cares. And plus, if I'm honest, I don't care. Because the one thing is, for all the criticisms with Rice, at least you fucking show up. If you want to play for the cameras, play for the cameras. I just want you to do it on the pitch. And that goes to all the players. Like, I don't care about it's not done. Because that's one thing, Rants, that pisses me off about my football club, yeah? We always talk about the past. Granted, you need to do that. We always talk about the future. We never seize the present moment, bro. When things are in front of us, we don't do it. And I even cut Mikel Arteta a lot of slack here. The 2022-23 season, I'll say, we didn't expect it. I do think certain other clubs in other situations probably would have got the league over the line. The last 3 years, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it's not done. I don't want to if you think it's not done, make sure it's not done, innit? As I said, the performance, I won't draw you out for the City game. But it's too little, too late. It's now out of your hands. If it comes to call, you can keep more clean sheets on paper than City. You ain't been defending to your quality. You definitely can't outscore them. We need to win a game before we start talking about winning 5, let alone can we win 3-4-0 or however it is, in it. Like, Rants, once it starts getting to algebra and becoming algebra and Pythagoras theorem and all that crap, yeah, I am checking out, bro. This is football. Put the ball in the back of the net, get the 3 points and fuck off. Simple as that. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody connected to Arsenal Football Club. Just show me with your feet, bro. That's the point, man. Now, like, allow it now. I know you're not going out there to lose games. Just win games, cuz.
No, 100%, bro. That's what I mean. Like, that City game, it was a madness, bro. It was just a madness. At the end of the day,
why is he taking off Eze?
Yeah, that was weird. Like, I even thought that he was gonna take Erdegaard off, and I saw Eze getting taken off. Yeah, like moments after he hit the post as well. It's just like he's
put your guns on the table.
Even though he wasn't really impacting the game like that, just knowing he's got that in his locker and that he can produce that, he's not the one you take off.
Exactly. And that's where it's annoying, because Arteta, you needed to take these risks before. Like the first half, we kind of what we talk about, how we're good defensively, take some fucking risks. I'm seeing Magalhaes basically pressing as a striker, because we know we're a decent defensive side. Cool, if we get caught and Haaland's 1v1, it is what it is. Even betting on, Eze kind of fucked up for the first goal, but even getting Eze and Odegaard in the team and looking at the trade-off that Eze might let you down defensively, he might be able to dance past 1-2 man and bag. These things are coming too late. But that's the first half. That first half approach, I like it. That should have been there in August and things like that. That should have been there. The second half, you've done the same things. Like, I don't know about anyone else. This is going to sound mad, Rants. I'm not vexed at Noni. How can I be vexed at Noni? I've seen it in the Chelsea shirt and I see it at Arsenal. How can I get vexed at Kai? Because I actually think Kai, isolated to what Kai Havertz is, Kai Havertz justified his selection. But that's what pisses me off. Did he work the channels? Did he drop into midfield? Did he press well? Of course he did. The goal he scored where the forcing error, that's a Kai Havertz finish. That's why these managers play someone like you, because tactically you're going to listen to them. You got your luck for that. The chances you missed summed up Kai Havertz. Man's been seeing this 3 years in a row. Do you remember we went out? There was a period, I think you lot took us out of the FA Cup. Either we lost to you lot in the FA Cup or we lost to Liverpool, or it might have been 2 separate seasons. But there's certain games where we've had a million chances and man are missing. All you need to do is look in the past. If nothing changes, nothing changes, And I said this to you last week. Obviously, these three players are quality, but on paper, Haaland, Donnarumma, Cherky, they're not quote-unquote Pep Guardiola players. He's managed to evolve as a manager and see the pros and cons. Luis Enrique, the same. You're never going to be in them two's realm, Arteta, but naturally, if I'm going to be a boxer, man's going to learn from Muhammad Ali or something. You're not learning. You haven't shown me nothing different. It's still the things that we're good at, we're still good at. The things that we're shit at, we have not addressed. And then you're running, the midfielders are running to the ground. It feels like you have to be forced to change things, either tactically or personnel. When we've got to this sort of scenario, dead, bro. It's tiresome now, bro. Like 100 million quid more on them two. And then you throw in Kepa. I'm not even trying to make it about Kepa, because I understand having faith in your in your team and all of that crap. You've played him in the first final in 6 years. What's he done? What bang for your buck have you got? I keep saying this to you, Rants. No more reboys. Berta, no more reboys. No more if Mikel can. If a sentence starts like that, dead. If you want projects, go Brazil, go Serbia, go wherever you want. It's tiresome. And I know we're going to shop at Chelsea again. I know the same things are going to happen. So
yeah, Madueke and Kepa is spooky. I can't lie. Spooky.
Bro, what did you think is going to happen? Like, that told me Kepa's feelings are more important than how Arsenal fans feel, because of course you might be justified with your selection. He's got you all the way there. Football simple sometimes. Is Kepa better than Raya? No. Slap Raya on the pitch. Raya probably would have made a mistake in that final, but it would have been as a result of trying to play out from the back, not Butterfingers. And as I said to you in that final, anyone that's just blaming Kepa, it's lazy and it's a cop-out, like, because football's a 90-minute game. If you're telling me it's just with Kepa, then the other 10 players had to have been amazing and the manager had to. But this is the thing. There's that feeling of there's always more to give. So you lot do your thing, innit?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
Nothing changes, bro.
No, it's facts. You know what I mean? So I just don't even. Bro, I just don't even know for you, man, bruv. And the one thing I'm pretty certain of is that this manager ain't going nowhere either. Like, I see loads of people talking about, oh, if Arsenal don't win, he's got to leave. And,
He's got a
brother,
year on his contract, bro.
and you know that he signed a new one already. They're just waiting. The
Exactly.
same way they done the Saka thing, bro. Like, that deal was probably signed in the summer, bro. And then they announced it. You know what I mean? And everyone felt good. And it's like, brother, them things there were set in stone already, bro. Arteta, all the noise coming out of the club is that they're happy with the progress he's made. So he ain't going nowhere, blood.
And this is what I said last week. Again, like everyone could just go watch the thing last week. The KPIs that us fans think need to be hit, and clearly the ones not shared internally. It's as simple as that. They're not going to rip off his contract, X amount, 50 mil a year, find a new manager. When a new manager comes in, on one hand, I do believe that while this squad ain't perfect, a new manager that obviously can address certain things might be able to get over the line. You have to give that new manager, whoever comes in, all that same spill of he needs his own team, he needs time, he needs this, he needs that. I'm not even saying that's the worst thing, because we could get rid of Arteta and get better. We could get worse. We might even pray. But one thing's for sure, if you keep doing the same things, man, have to check, like the same shit's gonna happen. Like last time I checked, it's Arsenal FC, and I actually rate Arteta. And I don't think a lot of Arsenal fans rate him, because if you think he's a good manager, if you think these boys are good, if you've got so close but yet so far, you should be feeling the same way I do. Not making excuses, bro. Like, and even the excuses thing, whether it's injuries, whether it's this, whether it's that, whether they're valid or not. What was the goal before ball was kicked in the Premier League this season? What was we trying to achieve in May? Have we hit that? I don't want to hear it, bro. Like he said, I need to earn a new contract. He said in August, Rah, it's been 3 odd years. We need to get over the line. The players, whether it's Saliba, Rice, this one, that one. Show me in it. Show me, because when you lot get to them sink or swim moments, as much as I don't want to rub you lot out, you're rubbing yourselves out. You might not shit in the bed. It's the same 3-4 players, even if, because sometimes there's players that are head and shoulders above their teammates. 9 times out of 10, these players could be playing shit, but they're still head and shoulders above their teammates. It's predictable. Nothing changes, nothing changes. And what pisses me off about the gaffer is you can coach attacking football. You're choosing not to. So if you're choosing not to, make sure this ugly football pays dividends. Because if you don't get over the line and you've tried other things in other ways, the common denominator has been you, bro. Like, yeah. I know what people are going to say, oh, but he's done so well. Who cares about that? Big him up for that. I can't praise Mikel enough for rebuilding. But maybe you're just a rebuilder, done. Maybe right now you're the nearly man. Maybe for you to become a winner, you've got to F off and go somewhere else, and we've got to go somewhere else. For Harry Kane to win a trophy, he had to leave Spurs, and Spurs actually obviously won. For PSG to start winning, they had to get rid of certain man like Mbappe, the French you. This just happens in life, bro. Like
that's kind of where I think you lot are. Do you know what I mean? I think you lot are at a place where he's the guy for the rebuild. He's not the guy to take you to the next level. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is what it is, bro. And there's nothing wrong with that, bro. And I was even saying, this is what I've been saying about Carrick as well for us here. I think it's dumb, yeah, at the stage that we're in right now. Potentially, yeah, he finishes third, he gets Champions League. Statistically, yeah, we're the best team in the league since he's come in. He's got the most points. To then go sack this brother when the squad's not... Yeah, when the squad hasn't even finished being built, and he's already showing that he can get a tune out of what's here, it doesn't make sense, because the next guy that comes in might not be able to get a tune out of
You've tried the other stuff, man, like the Ten Hags and the Amarins, the guys with that stock's high. Just let the guy have his job, rebuild. Obviously, if he F's up, then you got to go in it. But right now, let him steady the ship. Players are on side, bring in, address the areas. You got Champions League football. And then if he does it, great stuff. If not, move on. Then you can go for a next man.
100%. 100%. That's exactly what it is. Man said Carrick's a stage 2 coach. I'm cool with that. Yeah, he could well be. By the end of the day, he might prove to us that he's not. You might give him better players, and he might prove that actually he can continue doing this. Do you know what I'm saying? But you don't know.
Football Rants. That's the annoying thing about football fans, Rants. It's like it's either one. People don't accept that. Like he might end up being the guy. He might not. Try something else. People always just want to stick with one thing, or they don't rate the guy. So as far as they're concerned, Carrick is never going to be the man, or he's going to be the guy regardless. Bro, just the only thing that should be of everyone's forefront is the football club, not these players, not the manager, just the club. What's best for the club? They're never going to do that,
bro. Because I see man out here. When I see man out here critiquing Carrick for making mistakes, like he's the first manager to ever make a mistake. Do you know what I mean? Like make a substitution too late. Bearing in mind we still won the game, but he made a substitution too late, and it's not the first time he's done it, bro.
What
And
is
it was
he,
a
man?
red flag for me as well, because I was like, hold on a minute, like I want you to do well. I think you're a good coach, yeah, but I don't like this recurring pattern of me shouting at my TV because you need to change something. You ain't changing nothing, you know them ones. But at the same time, I don't know what his reasoning could be. He could be looking at the bench and seeing Ugarte amount and saying, actually, yeah, nah, I'm good. You know, like that. It could be that. If you give him better players, all of a sudden, maybe the substitutions.
It might be a needs must thing right now.
That's it. That because at the end of the day, he's interim, so he might be looking at it like, "Yo, my only job here is to just get 3 points. That's it. That's my job." Do you know what I mean? Once I have my squad, that's when man can start saying, "Yo, I can move things around and make decisions based on how I'm feeling at the time." But at the moment, the pressure on him is just to get Champions League. That's it. So he might be looking at it
about Arteta as well, because like kind of when we was at the stage where you with Carrick, he used to make the right decisions. Now obviously we're removed from that. It's become your football club. Now I'm kind of seeing what you actually like. Like we can predict when man are getting subbed. We can predict the occasional, like once every 10 games, someone's gonna get hooked at halftime, like it was Noni against City. Like you're right on that still.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So for me, like what we shouldn't do as football fans is we shouldn't assume, the reasonings for why managers are doing certain things, because it could be a multitude of things. It could be that he doesn't trust his bench. It could be that. It could be that as a manager, he's just extremely cautious, but he hasn't really shown that for us, because when we've needed to win games,
Rants.
But that's it. Because when we needed to win games, he's actually gone for it. The difference between him and other managers, for instance, is we've been drawing, and I've seen my man throw the kitchen sink and try and win the game, bro. Do you know what I mean? And then we might end up losing it. Better that than just take the draw. Whereas Arteta will take the draw. That's the difference. That's the difference.
And there used to be times just to throw your hat in, but now you're not doing it. Like you're throwing your hat in when the game's gone. Like you used to do that when before we was in the Premier League shouts and we were literally just trying to get Champions League football. You used to do that. Now you always got to fight another day. Now obviously everyone's got common sense. There are sometimes you have to take the draw and sometimes you have to go for it, but we don't have a track record of going for it. We don't. You only kind of go for it when there is like City, like the second half against City at the Emirates, where they were a complete different side. Based on the second half, that's the most positive, one of the most positive attacking displays I've seen of us this season. But then I have to discount it because we're chasing the game. Like we're chasing the game. Like if you look at it, we're losing until
if you're losing, and you make substitutions, you don't get credit for that because you were going to lose anyway. You know what I mean? But it's when you've got your point, but you're like, nah, I don't want the point. I want 3. Because then you could end up with none. That's what a real risk is. Do you know what I'm saying? And like throwing the kitchen sink at a team when you're losing, like brother, like that's the only common sense thing to do. You can't protect points you don't have. So you might as well.
Exactly.
You might as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So like even the Middlesbrough thing, but again, I've heard this too, but also the context is we're not Middlesbrough fans. We don't know what Middlesbrough have on their bench. Carrick could have looked at his bench and said, yo, these youths are washed. I got all my best players on the pitch. What these man gonna do? You know them, man? Because I can't imagine they're blessed with such squad depth here while they're still in the championship. It's now. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he left Middlesbrough and all of a sudden they got promoted, brother. They're still down there. So there's a reason why they're down there. They probably don't have the best players in the league, innit? And Carrick had some loan. Yeah, and he had some loan players who are no longer there because he had Morgan Rogers and he had a few other men. They're not there now. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you lose loanees as well, it happens. We saw Derby when Lampard was there, bro. Man had Tomori and Mount, bro. Like you see what I'm saying? So man get loanees and then you lose them and then you got the Rebors there and it's like squad's not as bolstered as it used to be. When you're down there, it's a bit different. So like it's all about how the manager views their squad. Arteta can't use that same excuse because everyone at the club
he's players there because of you, bro.
Yeah, he's bought everyone or he's seen them there for multiple years and kept them, like the Martinellis, like the Sakas. Them man were there before him, Saliba, and they're still there because he's allowed them to be there. So
exactly, I don't want to hear that, bro. Like you don't.
So he can't talk about his squad now.
Exactly, not so much in relation to Sunday's game, but 9 times out of 10, like in a boxing match, bro, you need to go for the bank. I understand you can't just go for minute 0 and start trying to lick a man's head off and whatnot, but he never goes for it. It's always bobbing and weaving and points. And I'm more thinking about how we've got here. Like, I'm obviously the worst I've seen us play in the Premier League for me categorically is Bournemouth, innit? Like, that's 100%. Obviously, we didn't beat City, and there's obviously reasons to be stressed. I'm more vexed of how we got here. Like, the games, as I said, with even against you lot at the Emirates, Liverpool at the Emirates, Liverpool away, City in the first half, our approach in the first half versus the second half with City, several other occasions, and obviously last season, because as I said at the start of this live stream, bro, there's nothing I've learned new. Like, our same issues are our same issues. The same things we're good at are the same things we're good at. The players who I think are 30 are 30. The players who I think are meaty are meaty. And if we just want to remain being a competitive team, have a couple of days out in the sun, win a couple battles, but ultimately not the war, yeah, we've got enough. If you want to obviously go from being competitive to over the line, then I need to look at my attack and say, you're going to do X, Y, Z. You can do X, Y, Z. If we've been shit, this and that. And also the players as well, man. Like, as much as I've gone in on ARTETA, the players, to a degree, nobody could convince me that if I just say Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, Arsene Wenger, Sir Alex Ferguson, Jose Mourinho, all these great managers whose tactics have made the difference, there must have been times throughout the season where things have gone wrong, the managers made a mistake, and then manager said, you know what, fuck the manager's tactics. Like for Arsenal, for example, Zubimendi or Rice might have the ball. Eze's been told by the manager, track back. Now, fuck that. You look, find me. I'm going to go put the game on my back. There's not enough of it.
Like even the Declan Rice against Real Madrid, bro. My man, bro, he said that Saka told him to shoot. He weren't meant to shoot.
This is what I'm saying. But how many examples do you have of that?
Yeah.
Because to a degree, that's what City have. They listen to whatever. If there's 10 tasks, Pep tells you the 9 that you have to do, the 1 is down to you. It's the same with PSG. I do think the best footballers, whether they're young or old, they take ownership of the situation. You can't always hold your hand. And this, if you want to be a team that wins trophies, you can't have that. There's even teams shitter than us that have won trophies that there's been that kind of element of it's needed to do. Even if you look at Leicester, you know, obviously people don't really give credit to Wes Morgan and them kind of man, but they took ownership. Mahrez and Kante took ownership. That's what man need to do.
Yeah, Vardy, all these men. Even these men are but these are personalities that Mikel don't like, though. Mikel couldn't deal with a Jamie Vardy,
bro.
You know,
and that's the thing. But because I see the players I do believe take responsibility. You've got a range of different personalities. Like some of you are good youths, but they're a minority. Like they're fucking minority, and this is why you're not gonna get over that line, then are you? Because Arteta, I actually think you're gonna do things in your career. I only care if you do it at Arsenal. If I think you're gonna do things in your career, then at some point you're gonna be managing them kind of personalities, them chip on the shoulders, them man that are shit in training, them man that are kissing their teeth and whatnot. Obviously, you have to rein it in, but you have to know how to work with them. Like you have to know how to work with them. Like jarring, bro. I don't know about Doku, but Cherky's definitely someone that you take all the bullshit for because of what he did against us and what he can do. This is someone me and you have been waffling about for years. Now, I don't know about his wages and things of that ilk, but as a novice football fan, brother, that's 30 million. Noni is 50 odd. We're at the point. Bring the man, bring the geezers, boss Halen, get the young upcoming talents. Actually just play some attacking football. There's only 5-6 things you need to do, manager, on top of what you're doing. But for the last 3 years, you haven't done the 5-6 things that we need to do to get over the line. So the same shit is going to keep happening. You haven't. Rants, I said this last week. If you want to be something, if you want to go somewhere you've never been, you have to be something you've never been. You ain't done that, gaffer. So you have to hold it. It's going to be your failure. Because when it's all said and done, it is with the gaffer. Stop telling me about players, bro. This is the people want to put us in conversations and not talk. They want to talk the talk. Brother, man have to walk the walk now. And it's too late now.
No, I completely agree. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do moving forward. If it turns out that he doesn't win anything, because it's like, as a player as well, you've got to lose faith in a manager that keeps falling short, blood. Like you have to.
No matter how much you fuck with him and he's the guy, bro, you need. My thing is, it's not even whether I like Arteta now, I think he's shit, whatever. Yeah, it's just if I remove my emotions, as we kind of said, you might just be a nearly man. You've done a good job, but we're not getting over the line. You need something new to not win. You've got 4 opportunities of silverware to not rise up 1, bro. You have to try something new, bro. Like you have to. They need new voices, new ideas. I'm actually, if Arteta was gonna leave today, yeah, I would more want to keep Nicholas Hover than him, if I'm completely honest with you. Like, I would more want to keep Nicholas Hover for the set pieces and whatnot. Gaffer, you need to do what you need to do. I remember sitting here in August with you and I said, there's times where the man could have, should have, and probably would have been sacked. The gloves are off for everyone, bro. Like, you need to get over the line. I don't know about anyone else. I've got no allegiances to Arteta, bar you're my manager. I actually rate you as a gaffer. That's why I'm so harsh on you. because I don't believe I'm asking anything of any of you that you're not that I don't believe is more than fair. You're in charge of recruitment. What have you bought? What have you bought in the final third? Gyökeres might be meaty, but no one can convince me. You don't slap him at some other teams, and you might see him in the same light, but you might get a bit more. I told people in the summer, get as gassed as you want about Eze and what Gyökeres could be, but it's not as white and black as just slapping them on the pitch. Can we still break down low blocks effectively? Is that something we've learned that we need to be able to do this year? No. Is there any good relationships? Obviously, Ben White, Timber, Kai Havertz, Martin Odegaard, Bukayo Saka, players that are like relationships on our pitch, are our right-hand side. They've not been fit. So I'll give you that excuse, but at the same time, you need to be able to pivot. Where is the other suitable relationships? It might not be to that same level, but it needs to be something suitable. Even when you're doing things like you're playing a couple of times I've seen Gyökeres, Madueke, Gyökeres, and obviously Martinelli. And then you've got Kai. Now, that is suicidal, in my opinion. You're not expecting to see pretty football, but there is something you can get. Playing direct, you might be able to get some goals out of there. You're not tailoring the approach. This is everything is you're doing, bro. Pick up the gaffer, but this is all you're doing. You have to hold that. And it's going to be you lot, when the season goes left, God forbid, that is going to have that same feeling of disappointment. You lot didn't learn. You didn't do nothing differently. Where's that? Safe.
That's what I mean. And the psychological ramifications are going to be a mad thing, bro. Like this comment, man saying, why would you get rid of Arteta when Pep is about to leave? There's at least one guaranteed trophy for you, man. But
that might be true, bro. I don't care about that.
Firstly, we don't know if Pep's leaving or not. Secondly, it don't matter. We saw it with Liverpool, yeah. Klopp left, they won the league, bro. They didn't necessarily win the league because Slot is better than Klopp, but sometimes man just need to hear a different voice in the dressing room.
That's why I don't want to hear about that, because I've literally kind of answered that question. I do think Arteta is a good coach. I do think you're gonna go win things in your career. I only care about if you do at Arsenal. I don't think he's gonna get the City job, but he could leave, go get the City job, or go somewhere else, and we think, oh, what the fuck's happening? But right now, we might have to try something different, because we have not seized the present. Would it be fair to say, I'm not saying Arsenal would have won the last 4 Premier Leagues, but could we have won potentially all 4? We've been in the shout. Could we have won 1? Could we have picked up some domestic trophies? Could we have gone even better in the Champions League? The answer to all of this is yes, but it's all ideal scenarios and hindsight. It's now about, and this is what I mean, it's about seizing the present. Man are talking to me about the future. You lot could be right. I can't see in front. The past, we know what the past is. The present moment. My man's on P's. You spent P's. The team is in your image. You get so close, but so far. We're not on the right side of fine margins. Brother, come on. That can't be a reason. That can't just be, we can't just keep saying keep any player because of that. Because then by that logic, if there's a player, a right winger, let's just say in some imaginary world, the next Lamine Yamal's about, he wants to sign for Arsenal. Man can't sign him because Saka's there. And Saka's this and that. It don't make sense, bro.
But this is
until we get over the line, I don't want to hear it, man. No one's earned that from me no more.
That's it. I think people are using the wrong kinds of logic when it comes to these football discussions. Do you know what I'm saying? Like football just absolutely doesn't work like that, because the same way man are not taking into consideration the intangibles. Just like after when Man City won that cup, and then I don't know what player it was, but one of your players was kind of like, oh well, this was the cup. It's not the league. But it's not the league. But that's not how football works.
We're at the point where it's momentum.
Yeah, that's it. Because the momentum and the psychological impact that it has, yeah, knowing that a team that is chasing you is picking up momentum. And only they picking up momentum, yeah, but they smoked Liverpool 4-0. Do you know what I'm saying? And they beat Chelsea as well.
Real Madrid disappointment.
You see what I'm saying? Like off the back of that. So they're building momentum at the right side of the finish line, and you're losing momentum.
Exactly. Which is statistically a terrible point in the season for us. You have to strike while the iron's hot. You need to strike when your opponent is weak. We didn't do that. Anyone that goes and watches City in the first half of the season, or any Arsenal fans that go and watch the Arsenal game against City at the Emirates and compare it to what you're seeing now. Are City invincible? No. Are they the best City side we've seen? No. But what they do have is an ability of, when their man click into gear, it's gone, it's mad. There's a reality here where after the international break, we still are saying these same things, the same results are happening. But if you got points on the board at several moments in the first half of the season, it's irrelevant. At some point, it's gone from 9 points, depending on how you look at it, a game in hand, to potentially 12 points, which we didn't do, to now it's out of your hands. I'm sorry, of the 4 years, this is unacceptable. That is unacceptable, bro. And then some Arsenal fans, listen, big up Arsenal fans, but stop telling me about the 2000s. Stop telling me about the 80s. These men are not them. Like, these men are not them. Like, it's copium. Man just sitting there and saying, believe, believe, believe. Of course, they'll always have my support. I said, like, I'm with you lot. Belief isn't there. I can only believe or not believe based on what I'm seeing in the football field. And I don't know about any other fan, but I've seen my team win trophies. I've seen many a team win the Premier League. I know what's required of it. It's like you lot see what happens and then develop amnesia for the following season.
Absolutely. And
Like,
this is why, the logic of, Pep's leaving, keep Arteta, who'll win a trophy. Says who, bro? That's not how football works, because you don't know what Arteta is going to be up against next season. You also don't know how the Arsenal players are going to respond to Arteta, next season, after being in a race for 4 trophies and potentially pulling up with 0, bro. You don't know if it's going to be the same Arsenal team, bro. And when I say we, I don't include myself, but off the back of Liverpool winning the league, and then signing Isak and Ekatike, loads of people were giving Liverpool the title at the start of the season. Look at them now.
Especially first 4 or 5 games. And that's another thing, right?
They were five wins in a row. The only team, I think in Europe, they were the only team in Europe that won their first 5 games, blood. They had 100% record.
Champions and all that.
Yeah. And bare people were talking about, Liverpool going to run away with it. Run where, blood?
Exactly. That's the thing. You don't know what tomorrow brings, bro. Fix the roof while the fucking sun is shining. And one thing that pisses me off as well, I do think we've struck gold in this kind of period. And that's why I'm pissed off that there's no silverware. We have had our uncertainty has been around, like, are we going to win titles? We've had stability. Man, them are signing new deals. The gaffer's been here for a minute. We've got a way of working. Man United have had couple managers. Chelsea's a circus at this moment. City have had stability, but granted, there's that cloud of Pep Guardiola. Liverpool had Klopp and now Slot, and 1 minute Slot's the guy, then he's not. We've had that kind of certain things that all these other clubs need to pattern up. We've kind of raced ahead in that regards, but you've not seized the presence. And again, anytime it's time for us to be on the fine margins, we've not been on the right side. I said this last year, I said it the year before, and I said it the year before that. There's probably about 3-4 games you look back in hindsight that are where the season's kind of won or lost in the Prem. How much time do you want to see the same movie? And again, the problem is not to say we're the biggest and baddest, because we're definitely not. But before I look at Southampton beating us, City beating us ×2, wherever Bournemouth beating us, credit to all of them. But whether it's games, whether it's the course of the season, whether it's recruitment, we have this ability to shoot ourselves in the foot, and you keep doing it. And now you've given yourself, to say no margin for error, kind of past that, innit? Like everything we've probably been saying in the last 3, 4, 5 weeks, it's just on repeat, innit? So shit, looks like I'm going to City Splash, innit? There ain't no parade, man. In fact, no, fuck that. There's a parade still. No, fuck that. There's a parade.
Cancelled, bro. You know them way there.
Carnival's cancelled for you, impossible.
Cancel for you, man, bro. Nina was talking about, we're gonna take over Carnival, biggest street party in Carnival. Nah, bro, you man are going Carnival, blood, in your Arsenal tops, blood. That's where you're going. That's the parade. Them man are not even going to be wearing the Arsenal tops, you know. They're going to have them tucked in their waist and that.
I'm staying at home, man. I'm staying in the wash bag, bro. I'm staying in for the jeans, bro. The fuck, bringing the white tee out. I ain't trying to do all that Arsenal shit.
It's crazy, man. Like, it's peak.
All I got left is the fashion merchant thing, man.
Because, I mean, you haven't got Newcastle. You should beat Newcastle. They're saying that they're saying Livramento and Gordon might be unavailable or something like that. And if that's the case, 2 of their better players.
It's all irrelevant, man. It's relevant because I've seen my team.
Mental game right now, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. When your form hasn't been good and you're not winning games, it don't really matter who them man got. Newcastle are struggling just like us. They don't give a fuck that you're trying to win a Premier League and woe is me. If I look in the last 2-3 years or even 4, I'm sure many other fans that don't support Arsenal could say this, but definitely my club, some of the best results we've gained or the best performances haven't necessarily been achieved with what you would say is your team's best 11. So I'm not trying to hear none of that, bro. Like, I can't lie, I'm not trying to hear that. Let's win the games, bro. Rise it up. Beat Newcastle for Newcastle's sake. All the other talking points, whether the title race is done or in some magical world you're back in it, that's all a result of you just fucking playing football and winning games, bro. That's all I want to hear. I don't want to hear chatting. Just win the games, bro. Keep the balls out the back of your net. Put your balls in your opponent's net and keep it moving, fam.
100%. And that's what it needs to be, bro. And this is where you're going to see the mental strength now of your players, because these man, if ever there was a time for these man to go out there and make a statement, it's absolutely now.
It's past all of that, Rants. You're not wrong.
Absolutely now. No,
you're not wrong.
No, because if they go out there and they beat Newcastle 3-0, do you know what I'm saying?
Great.
And then all of a sudden the goal difference looks a bit better. Mentally, it's like, you know what? All right, cool. Like you lot
You're
might
not wrong,
be
Rants,
onto
but
something.
bro, that needed to happen 2, 3, 4 weeks ago, bro. Like, if you win the 3-0, credit to you. Same way if you, God forbid, you lose 3-0, I'll tear into you, credit to you. Atletico Madrid, Fulham next week. Like, that's where I'm at now. Like, that's it. Like, it's too little, too late for statement and all of that kind of crap, because I don't necessarily believe this, but I'm at the point now, if you go win 3-0, I might even think that's a blip in the Premier League. It's gone. It's too late for all of that now. It's too late for all of that. That thing's done. It's done, bro. Like, the performance was something to build on against City. The result wasn't. Do your thing. I don't want to hear nothing now. Be men. Just win your games and cut.
I hear it. And this thing here, bro. The man said Saka's back in the squad, bro. Broski, I don't know. This brother's trying to write off your players. Trying to write off your players.
You know what? We're gonna do this. You know, this is just a part in the movie where the superhero is all failed, and it's not over, you know, Rants. It's not over, man.
Brother, this guy's trying to write off your ballers. These men are not fit, blood.
If you man win the league, then it do it for the cause, man. It's calm, bro. It's calm, man. These men are sacrificial lambs, bro. He's
sacrificed his career. Well, I guess he signed that long deal anyway. So regardless of what happens, Arsenal are going to.
Cool, man. Like
Arsenal are gonna support his whole career anyway, blood. You know what I mean? He signed that long contract, and he's gonna do what he's gonna do anyways. To be fair, you know what I mean? So
I got one more. It's not over. Fuck it, boys. Raise it. Parade's still landing, man. They ain't got me. You lot can clip this and do the reactions and all this. You lot do. I ain't done yet. Let's go.
Bro, listen. Listen. I can't lie.
I'm trying to believe this.
Bro, I can't lie, bro. Listen, you got spirit. I'll give you that. Do you know what I'm saying? But, bro, I think you lot are going to need more than that.
You're not listening to me. We need God. You're not listening to anything I'm saying. We need God. It's above me now. That's why I'm kind of just one level. It's everybody just make dua in it. That's it. Pray to God, bro.
I can't lie, bro. I don't know, but I'll be real. If the football gods were messing with Arsenal, they wouldn't be in this predicament. You know them ones. I'll be real.
Man. Someone sold their soul at this
Too many times this has happened to your football club for me to believe that God has anything to do with this at this point.
God deserted this, man. Sometimes I think we sold our soul to become invincibles, bro. I can't cap, man. This season will take me a long while to get over. Just not even the banter and everything else. It's just I can't look my players in the face, man. Manager, I can't look you in the face. I've been in them press conferences, but I understand that, you know, sometimes I think managers are capping in it. But I understand sometimes when these players might say, oh, yeah, I'm riding for ARTETA pause, I'm with him and whatnot. You're a very good manager. You're just not a winner. And every year, I said this to you before, every year you don't win, it's getting bigger and bigger. I could list a lot of things that I'm vexed about you, Gaffer. A lot of things that I like about you. But the one thing is, are you a winner? We're at the winning stage. There's no project. I said this to you before as well. There's no project. It's about winning now. The project process, when them fucking buzzwords is gone. You've known what the goal has been, especially for the last 2 years, especially with how last year started and ultimately ended. I don't want to hear nothing. Make sure you rise up, my friend. Listen, it ain't over. It's just the beginning. It's not over till it's over, man. It's not over, man. How long did it take Max B and Vibes Cartel to get out of jail? It's calm, bro. Here, man. We're here, bro. All the boys in the building.
You're a madman. Man said, how long did it take him to get out of jail? Bro, I just
Any Arsenal fans here listening, yeah? Don't give up, fam. Any Arsenal players, don't give up, fam. What's the worst they're going to do? Call us bottlers? Rant's going to clip us, put on his shades? Let's be fearless, man. Everybody raise it. Everyone raise it.
I don't... You know what it is, yeah? I think it's gone past bottling, innit? Like, it's one of them ones where man are just emotionally just fragile. You know them ones?
Like girl.
Yeah, it's fragile, blood. And it's the brothers that you don't expect it from, but I do expect it from. So when I'm looking at this team right now, you know what I mean? Loads of people, they assume that the likes of the Gabriels and the Declans and all these guys are the guys that are going to get you over the line. But unfortunately, the guys that you need in your team with personality are the guys he doesn't like with the personality. So it's your attacking players that you need with the personality. You need your Ryan Cherkis. You need your Mateus Cunhas. You need those players, that are just going to do something.
Don't slide your Cunha, ladder.
No, bro, it's true, though. It's true, because who turned up against Chelsea, blood, to win us the game? It was Cunha, bro.
Man think they're slick. Try to say Cunha.
Bro, man need them, bro. Cunha walks into your team and you know it. So
that's nothing to be proud of. Bear man left wing walk into our team. Bear man,
yeah, that's the but left wing up front. It don't matter. Like he walks into your team. Anywhere in that attack, he walks in wherever he wants to play.
Wherever he wants to play. In your 11, fam.
Wherever he wants to play. I don't want to
hear about Wakanda Messi.
Wherever he wants to play.
I don't hear about niggas jumping high.
Wherever he wants to play. Do you know what I mean? That's the reality. You know what I mean? When Cunha turned up, on the edge of the box, at the Emirates and wrapped your goalkeeper around the post.
You don't hear me gassing him.
Wrapped your goalkeeper around the post.
Bro, this is why I hate United. One little dibby win against us in how long? And you know flipping it and doing the most. This is what happened.
This is the reality, innit? The reality is,
how much times have we done up?
You need players that stand up
win the league at our ground
when it matters. Do you know what I'm saying?
The little
bit, when it matters.
Man United that slapped us
8-2. When it matters.
No. Away from the banner, you're right, and this is where all the cliches are coming out in a sense of defense wins titles, goals win games, and Arteta's crippled certain men are just not level, so it comes down to the recruitment. Certain man like Saka, for example, of the last 4 years, this has been your first shit year. It's happened when we can't have it. This is the problem. And also going back to what you said about Rice and Gabriel, football swings and roundabouts, innit? There's been plenty of times them kind of man that you listed this season, they've made the difference. But at some time, bro, you're at the mercy of your teammates, bro. How many times do you see at this point of the season, where it happens at all clubs, guys that can't get a look in, they're now dragging their team over the line. Players that have had poor form, they start finding it. Young players coming out of nowhere. This is the kind of time. And I look around, and there's a lot of things that, even if I'm being a bit hypocritical, because I've just asked Arteta to change things, innit? But even to a degree, everyone that knows football, because me and Rants just spoke about relationships and all of that kind of stuff. A part of me is a bit nervous about Eze's doing his thing in that role, moving him to the left. Whatever I think about Gyökeres, this has been your best kind of period as an Arsenal player, innit? Dropping you for Kai on top of everything we're talking about. I'm not saying
bro, dropping my man unapologetically. And the funny thing is, man predicted this. I predicted this at the start of the season, When Gyökeres came in. That's when Gyökeres came in. I said, bro, listen, as soon as things get shaky, he's going right back to what he knows, because that's who Arteta is.
No, but why? But even that, even if Kai is better than Gyökeres is better than Kai, you see what I'm saying, Rants? We're still talking about who's the first choice. We're still talking about left wing. We're still talking about right. Obviously, Noni's come in and Max is there, but we're still talking about right wing if Bakayle's not there. We're still talking about midfield pivots. We're still talking about Arteta's tactics collectively and individually. There's certain questions that needed answers. There's certain questions that need answers if you want to go from being a competitive team to up there and actually making history for the football club, winning shit. And if nothing changes, nothing changes. How much times do you want to watch the same movie? We all know how Boys in the Hood ends. We all know how Mighty Duck ends. And Coach Carter, this is what's been on theme with us. The saxophones are loud, Rants, man. I can feel it in the air. Word to Beanie, but...
Yeah, it's looking a bit. Yeah, it's looking a bit spooky. For you lot, do you know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see how they respond against Newcastle. Anyway, what are you saying for that game? Anyway, do you think it matters that you're at home?
It needs to matter, because the last time you played at home against Bournemouth, what happened? If you play away from the obvious, that performance you played against City, the fans will get behind it. And again, I'm at the point of home and away. Let's just win games.
But then you have to perform exactly the same way, against Newcastle at home.
Exactly. And you just need to win. I'm at the point, Rants, where I hope it's who wouldn't want their team to play blisteringly good, great attacking football, capturing the fans' emotion. Whether you do that or it's a stinky 1-0, I'm at the point, I just need to see full-time Arsenal have 3 points. That's where I'm at. I'm just on a data thing. The only data that matters at this point, 3 points on the board. Because that's it. We keep saying it. I can hope for my Arsenal Football Club is win your games, bro. Win your games. If City win the league, they've won it, innit? If they drop points, you need to be there. Because there is a reality where City can and will drop points, but you will drop more points. So win your 5 games and take it from there.
Yeah, 100%.
But Newcastle not easy, bro. They're gonna come stink up the place. Eddie Howe's a bad boy manager. They're on crud, regardless of their form.
Is they're happy to leave with a 0-0.
Exactly. So wait. Put up or shut up, innit? And the chat, like I said, the time for chatting, the questions you've asked me on this live stream, all of the rhetoric I've said, we've been saying this for the last 3-4 months, probably since the start of the season. It's now all I care about is results now, bro. It's gone. It's that's it, fam. Genuinely, that's it. Just win the games. I don't want to hear nothing from the players, the gaffer, how much it means to you. I've brought all my dinner. I've done all these things. I've been with you lot. I've backed you lot on the mainstream. I've backed you lot on YouTube. Whether I've believed it or not, just win the games, fam. That's it. Just shut up and win games. That's it. Allow me now.
No, 100%. You know what I mean? So no, it's gonna be yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out. What time is that game then?
5:30.
And what time's the FA Cup game then?
5:15, I think.
Oh, so
Yeah,
it's on
it's
at
a
the
weird
same
one.
time.
Yeah, you got City, Southampton, obviously, a bunch of Prem games, including ours, and then what? Chelsea Leeds is on Sunday at 2 p.m. Yeah. Now the FA Cup game is going to be running. Like there's I'm sure there's a bag of 3 p.m. kickoffs, and obviously us at 5:30, and then obviously City playing at Wembley, innit?
Madness. Yeah.
Madness.
All right, fair plays, guys. Yeah, man's gonna watch. I'm gonna watch the FA Cup game still. Southampton.
Now watch
City.
us. They get back newly televised.
I'm definitely not watching that game. Do you know what I mean? So
make sure we don't win this league, that shit.
Bruv, you're not winning it, bro. You know
sure.
this already, bro. Like
I'm down, but I'm not out.
You man are not winning the league, bro. It's peak. Like I can't even lie. You have to outgun City, innit? That's the thing I'm thinking. Yeah, you lot have struggled to score goals, and also the defense that you built so much confidence on having,
moving shaky,
is conceding goals now as well. Like, so the one thing that you could actually depend on, not conceding, you can't really depend on that anymore. So
Rants, I'm at the point. I'm that guy in the bookies. I know I shouldn't be. I'm still losing at the roulette machine, but every penny that's in my account, I'm gonna run it. So fuck it. We're doing this. Because
even your goals against, you've conceded only 3 less than Man City, so it's not like you've conceded loads less than them.
What did I say to you? This is why I don't give a monkeys about